I'm home. I did it. We auditioned. We did the thing. We did the thing that we've been preparing a month for. It felt good. I am now about to start in on my adrenaline crash. So let's do like a little debrief. I was starting to get a little nervous driving there, so it took about an hour to get there. So not only am I nervous about the audition at this point, it's been forever since I've had to drive in, regular city traffic. So I was getting I don't love highway driving. Anywhere I've been, I just haven't had to drive. And if we ended up going somewhere, Levi drove. So driving I don't love it anymore. But everything was okay, except when I was about 10 minutes from the venue, I realized that the car was overheating. So I had to turn off the AC to keep the engine cool enough to not overheat. AKA, I was sweating. It was 90, I think it was like 92 degrees already at that point. So I was sweating even before I got there, but it's fine. I got there early enough to where I could go to the bathroom, freshen up, all of the things. So that was helpful. Everyone was so nice. I was in the first group auditioning for the day. And so it was just me and a couple of kids auditioning for Pugsley, which is Wednesday's brother. And then a few more kind of trickled in. And I think it was a girl. She was so cute. She really loves theater. It was precious. And so she was auditioning for Pugsley, and her mom, I guess, decided randomly this morning that she was going to audition. I want to say that she was probably auditioning for Morticia, but I'm not sure. The mom was so nice. She introduced herself to me. She asked where I was from. She noticed that I'm a new face. She hadn't seen me here before. So we started talking, and then everyone else in the room kind of started talking with me and getting to know me, and I was getting to know them. So that was really cool. Everyone was really, really sweet. And then it was my time to go, and I'm going to be mortified about this for days, okay? I swear my spirit left my body. I can't even quite remember the entire audition, but I kept drilling in myself, don't apologize, don't apologize, don't apologize. If you mess up, don't apologize. Why was I drilling this into my head? Because I know myself. And immediately, if I am walking in a grocery store and someone runs into me, I apologize. So I just knew that's always been my thing, is that I apologize when I don't need to. And what did I do? I freaking apologized. I hate it. They didn't care whatsoever. I don't think. They were very nice about it. So it seemed to be, for sure the director was in there. There was another woman who might possibly have been the MD or musical director. Someone else being the reader for the scenes, and then the accompanist. And the accompanist was so nice. Her name was Amy. She was really sweet. You just never quite know. But I assumed with this community theater, even before, when I was talking to the other women before we auditioned, they were just so overjoyed of how nice everyone is and how great of a company this is. So that was really cool. But anyway, so I went over to her. I think normally you have a slate. I didn't do a slate because they had already said my name. So usually you're like, I'm Jordan Williams. I will be singing One Normal Night. Because they already knew, oh, who are you auditioning for? Wednesday. Okay, the accompanist already had the music pulled up, so I didn't even need my book. So I went and set my book down. I went over to the accompanist, and she said, okay, what kind of tempo are we doing? And she started it way slower than I was used to, which would have, in theory, been nice to sing it slower. But since I wasn't used to that, and I was already just kind of I was like, no, I have to have it faster, or I'm gonna lose the melody. So we went over it a couple times, just like her getting the feel of the tempo for me. And she said, all right, and then we're gonna, like, she was just so nice. She went through the whole cut with me, just to communicate that. And yeah, and she was like, I'll follow you, honestly. I was like, oh, okay, because I was gonna follow you. Anyway, I think we meshed. I think we got it, but the apology came when I went into the center of the room. And then I was like, do I say my slate? Do I not? I don't know what to do anymore. They were just all staring at me, and I was like, I just put my head down to like get in character. And then I go up, she gives me my cord, and then I totally forget it because I like look the director in the eye. I don't know, this is of course what I remember, right? I looked the director in the eye, and then I was like, no, I gotta look above her. I can't stare at her while I'm singing. And then I missed it, and then I was like, sorry. And they're like, no, it's okay, it's okay. And then I was like, I said sorry, gosh dang it. And then anyway, and so then the accompanist, she was like, I'll give that to you again. So here's this, here's your note. I was like, thank you. And then I went into it, and then that's like when my spirit left my body. The lyrics were in me, man. The lyrics and everything that I practiced, I think it just did itself. It was like on autopilot. I experienced the out of body experience as I was singing. I don't remember necessarily being out of breath. I felt like I hit everything okay. I felt like the ending was good. And then like immediately after, they said, all right, let's go ahead and do one of the sides. Let's go for Pugsley. Like the scene with Pugsley. I was like, okay. So I went over and grabbed the sides from my book just in case. I never like looked off of them. I just wanted them just in case. And that was over in a flash. A whole month of prep, a whole month of prep. And in less than 2 minutes, it's done. But I feel good about it. So then we all kind of hung out, I think it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 other people who auditioned in my same group. So we waited for everybody to audition for the singer call and like the acting, and then we had the dance call. So we went in, I went and I changed clothes into my dance clothes. It was all very casual. Like I would consider that I was probably the most put together in the sense of, like there was only one other girl in my group who had a black dress on, heels, makeup, had her book, but then she didn't have like dance shoes or dance clothes. So it was kind of like, it was very casual, which was awesome. I almost felt like I was too much, but that's just what it is. I did it how I was taught. And how it is most widely accepted. So I went and I changed into my sports bra, leggings, and my dance shoes. And then we kind of quickly learned the audition choreography. The choreographer was super nice as well. The choreography was so simple, which was great for me because here's my problem. I don't have an issue with difficult choreography. My issue is learning it quickly and then being able to turn around and perform it. So even with how simple it was, I was still having a hard time remembering it all. Like I probably couldn't even do it right now. I could maybe figure it out, but yeah, it's the quickness of having to learn it, put it together, connect it, and then you're performing it. But I know it was hit or miss there for a little bit, but then when she came time to record us so that she could show like the director, I did not mess up at all on the recording. Now, was I fully in character? Did I look good? I have no idea, but I did it and I didn't mess up the choreography part. So that's good for me. I wasn't as nervous physically, like feeling the physical effects of nervousness. I wasn't like that as much as I thought I would be. God was really, 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 really looking out for me. He was there with me the whole time. I just kept telling him, like, please calm my heart, please calm my heart. But there was a YouTube video I watched last night about, being in the audition room, what you should do. And the guy had mentioned, you're obviously going to go straight to your accompanist and take that time. You're just talking to them. You're talking about the audition cut. You're going over the tempo. Allow that time to let your body calm down. And so I could really feel that happening, but also because the accompanist was so nice. And so it just I felt myself calming, and I was still very nervous when I went to my little spot in front of everybody. But anyway, overall, it was really good. And then then we were done. I did end up telling Levi that I auditioned because I needed assistance with the car. And he was very proud of me, and he was asking all about it. He was like, why didn't you tell me? And I was like, it was just something that I wanted to do for myself, I think. And I really wanted to wait to tell him if I was offered something, or after the fact, after this week was over, then kind of tell him. But again, needed assistance with the car. I need to know if I can go back for callbacks if I'm asked to do a callback, for tomorrow. So I needed to tell him, but he was very proud of me. So that was sweet. Then, of course, we just wait. So they said, basically, if you get a callback, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're casted. And if you don't get a callback, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not casted. So I would assume by tonight, at some point, I might know one way or the other of at least a callback. Callbacks are tomorrow. Then their first table read, which is when all of the cast get together, the cast and creative team, they all get together and they read through the entire script in one sitting. And that is Friday. So no matter what, I would think I would know something either way by at least Thursday. So yeah, but I'm very proud of myself. I'm really feeling the adrenaline crash. I would really like to go take my makeup off and probably take a nap at this point. But we did it. We did it. I'm very proud of myself. I'm starting to feel emotional, but I think that's probably the adrenaline. I'm just very grateful that I had that opportunity, and I met some really nice people, and it was just really good for me to do that. If nothing else comes of it, it was fun. So